Cheers. Hello. Good evening, good evening. Baba, thank you very much for the sub. I hope everyone is doing well. I sort of had... I'm starting a bit later than I intended because my hope was that my work on the sort of modded Skyrim was going to have borne fruit, but unfortunately the game is very jittery. I think part of that is my computer is just not holding up very well. I think another part of it, let's move over. I think another part of it is that I have added far too many mods, and then I've taken some out, and now there's conflicts and load order issues and things, so I need to do more testing. Like, one of the mods that I put in very specifically doesn't work. Not because there's anything wrong with it. Hey, Vanessa. But because I've got it in the wrong load order, so it's actually being overwritten by another mod. So I need to do some experimenting with that. But the intention was to make a version of Skyrim that is recognizable, but has a little bit of chaos in it, and just a little bit of enhancement, like more variety in the enemies and that sort of thing. But I'm not sure what's causing the jitteriness. It might be because I had a lighting mod in and I took it out, and there's conflicts with that. So maybe if I start a new game, it'll run very smoothly. It might be farming note points.
I'm number one, baby.
Hey, Des. Just gonna keep me blind. Like I can see, but like for example, I can read the text box on the side where it says experiencing lag or stuttering. Cannot read anything in the below that. So that's the sort of level.
You're as blind as a bat.
Well, I guess we're giving this a go. Where's my timer? Yeah, wear glasses for a reason. Hello, Jupiter. Hey, you little chaos gremlin. Let's see, timer. Yeah, it is still set. Cool. But yeah, so I'm going to play some of this. Hey, Jupiter. What are you doing?
Mom! Dad!
Hey, Chels.
It's evil! Don't touch it!
Hey? You being a cute little kitty? Being a pain in the ass is what you are. Hey, Joel. Jupiter. Hey. Are you going to sit on my lap? Is that what you're going to do? Come here. I'm going to make biscuits. Hey? Oh, look at him. I can just about read chat if I close my left eye. My left eye is worse than my right. And having it open actually interferes with my ability to read rather than helping. He's such a sweet bean. So many biscuits. Like he's happy because I'm wearing my dressing gown again, which while it was too hot, I just couldn't. Also, I need to very briefly just do that so that I have my secondary view of chat. He is a biscuit making machine, aren't you? No, that's fair. The cats are fucking adorable. Yeah, so I have played some of this off stream just because I wanted to really go out of my way and harvest a lot of the local produce. So I stocked up massively since last time. That reminds me, what giant creatures are about today? Yeah, Kuro's having a very rough week. Also, I'm getting progressively more worried about my computer. It feels like it's starting to stutter more. Like, I'm going to do a really comprehensive virus and spyware scan when we're done. Because something is interfering. It could just be that some components are wearing out, which is what I'm afraid of. It could just be that there's just some bloat and I need to clear it out. Yeah, I'll let Kuro explain how the bad week has affected her. Oh, there we are, that's running. Yeah, I knocked Kuro's favourite mug off the side and it broke.
It must be earned, sometimes at a cost.
Okay, Jupiter has moved. Yeah, I'd never considered that actually, Traydrick. I have been trying to gather all the eggs and things. Oh, also, I tried out the shrine up the top here. I'm not sure if I demonstrated this on stream, but there's a little shrine here that you can leave items at. And it gives you some little decorative pieces, which I thought was really cool. Oh! Even without my glasses, I can tell what that is. Okay. So we'll Gerberus. Oh. Yeah, dismiss. Okay, so I can have my ability to see back. Yes, that genuinely is a giraffe Cerberus or giraffe Hydra. But yeah, I found all sorts of things like a Sphinx came to visit, which is basically just one of the giant creatures that gives you a profits buff. What voice would a three-headed giraffe have? I'm genuinely struggling to even imagine what voice to do for that. But let's grab some more of the greenery, because it's only just turned to autumn for me, and I want to make sure that I get a decent stock of stuff. We'll go see our turtle friend for his buff as well. Flesh mech. Probably close the screen on my phone. Like, I keep seeing the little glint out the corner of my eye, and I'm like, no, I know what that is. I don't need to check it. I don't remember what Jeffrey originally looked like, so... I am. Look, here he is. Also, hey, Sedan. Let's see, which... Was it this button? I've set up more of my... Yeah, there we go. I've set up more of my voice mod stuff so it has keyboard shortcuts. Hey, Wheezy. Ah, I remember when the world's heart began to bleed. A great star called Alarion had veins of spirit fire running through it. One kingdom drank too deeply, cutting into the star's soul. It screamed, and from its wound came a being born of sorrow and sky, Seraphos, wrapped in silver flame. But a group of unlikely wanderers rose, not heroes, just people with scars, and reminded the star how to sing. Thank you for letting me share what still echoes in the stone. Yeah, because I did like a really strong old man voice for him last time, and yeah, it did actually hurt my voice a little bit, and I was like, no, I'll be fine. I am well, thank you. Cave diving is going to be awesome. I did play a little bit further in my own single-player file on the last stream I did. So I actually got to meet the Myconids up ahead. So yeah, I can put like an echoey voice on for that. I do have a different voice modifier in mind for my character though. Because I had like a sort of role-playing plan. To be used very sparingly, like it'll get exhausting for us as a group if I'm trying to remain in character all the time. That's just going to get irksome. If I go check Discord, it's going to just say got him, isn't it? I know you. Well, it's more that I'd be trying to sort of balance everything else. Hey, Zombie Ninja. I'd be trying to balance everything else that we're doing with trying to then communicate with you guys in character, and we move too quickly for that. I would not be able to keep on top of it. Also, I don't know if this has always had glasses on, but it has glasses on now. Just gonna get their scales. Mostly because these are a good large group that I can train up my animal caretaking on. Yeah, I've found a few Easter eggs since last time. I also visited an octopus on top of a mountain that was quite a trek to reach. I will go speak to the giraffe in a moment. But I know I've shown these little goblins off before. Although they don't get spoken to, but there is a fairy here. But there is also a little set of space goblins up here. Can't really get a good look at their faces from this angle, but yeah. Anyway, let's go talk to this giraffe and see what's up with him. Oh, he's got a fourth head that's like... Is it curled around? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's see, was it? No? I swear there was something on that key. Oh? Yes? No? Come on, voice mod.
There we go. This feels like three-headed giraffe territory. Ah, little shopkeeper. Do not doubt yourself, and see the way you care of this haven. And it shines brighter because of you. I once knew a dawn feather bird who was caught in a raging tornado. The storm whirled so wildly that even whole shutters and shells went spinning through the sky. The dawn feather was nearly swept away with them, but it held on, beating its wings until the storm passed. When the wind settled, the dawn feather found its wings stronger, its flight steadier than ever before. You are much the same. The storms you face may feel wild, with shells and all, but each trial only makes you wiser and more graceful. And I can tell you this, you are doing a wonderful job.
Why, thank you, Gams the giraffe. The fourfold blessing of Gams drifts through your shop. Profits and crafting output. Cool. Hey, 5-stream streak. Awesome. Yeah, that is a very large giraffe. Yeah. I'm also experiencing another weird issue where my computer doesn't seem to be registering that I'm letting go of a key. So I will occasionally shoot forward far further than I intended. There's just too much I don't know about what's going on with my machine at the moment. But right this second, I am after the fairies. Whitehead's asleep. Oh, and also some of the royal peaches. These. Okay, I will check it after the stream, Dredrick. Because this game does not tab out comfortably. It gets a bit weird. Ah, there's the other one. I mean, it's early access, so you know, there's developments. Oh, also, I should increase the volume on these again. Just so that the game is actually audible, otherwise it's going to be so quiet that I may as well just be speaking in silence, which is not entertaining in the way I would intend it to be. Oh, and we got to hydrate. Give me just a second to grab that, because I'll forget where it is.
Failure.
Grab these.
I have brought peace,
I'm mentally running around.
justice, and security.
No, not at the moment. What with not having employment anymore,
Hey, listen.
I don't want to commit to any spending. Hey, Mantra. So yeah, no concerts, no trips out, no sort of special treats, no takeaway, nothing like that at the moment. Hey, Meowthlehead, hello.
You would not believe fireflies.
You know what? I've not actually worked on the large-scale book for a while. Maybe that's the break that I need. The short story I keep sort of poking at, and I'm trying to figure out whether I'm not making any changes to the short story because I'm happy with it, or whether I'm not making changes because I'm stuck on it. And it's sort of difficult to figure out. Like I think what's really messing me up is I haven't changed it much since the first draft. So I'm sort of looking at the story and being like, this needed improving, but think I've actually done very much. So have I actually improved it, or am I just stopping short of changing it? Ooh, did not mean to overshoot that. My little frog mount here is making that effect much more pronounced. Let's see, which fairies have we got? We've got the red one. Good. 20 stream streak, wow. And a 50 stream streak from Yowtlehead. I wonder how far back in time 50 streams goes. Yeah, it's about quarter to midnight for me.
Oh, gross, Jupiter. What the fuck?
He's just licking himself on the cat tree.
On his butthole.
Yeah. Ah, there we go. Increased tending skill.
Stop being naughty. Are you being naughty? Come here. My food was gross.
Ah, you didn't like it?
No.
Ah.
I'm having such a bad week.
Yeah,
I am having the worst week. I am so sad.
I know.
I'm just gonna crawl into the bin where I belong and stay there.
No.
I'm going to the bin now. Just throw the whole human out. It doesn't work.
Let's see. I mean, like, with how my streams are as well, like lurking in my streams or even being present for all of them is very difficult. Because, like, how do you plan around that when there is no plan? I'm trying to mentally go through the list of fairies because I do want to grab them all while we're streaming. Because it'd be cool to show off.
I'd be happy if I left, wouldn't you, Jupiter? You wouldn't miss me one little bit.
He would.
No, you wouldn't. This one might.
Yeah, that's the more reasonable thing, Wheezy, is just, you know, whenever it's possible. And Sea Dragon as well. Yeah, the fox is cool. There's a blue fox down the other end that we went past. Oh, also, apart from the crocodiles, there are also... Ah, there's the blue fairy. There are also some turtles down here.
Oh, you're sad. You're such a good baby.
Yes, there is also a lot of that mantra. Yeah, I think a few of us have been having rough weeks, I know.
Like, is there just a big drain on luck recently?
Maybe.
Has the president tried to summon another demon? Is that what happened?
I could have sworn there was an orange fairy around here. I think it's actually in a different location with orange crystals. Yeah, I'm perfectly happy with my streams being background noise. Like, some people put the streams on and then fall asleep, and then they're like, I'm really sorry I fell asleep. And I'm like, no, it's actually kind of flattering that I can be that relaxing. And Kura, can you please not mess with my hat?
You're ignoring me.
I'm not ignoring you. I am focused on a live stream that I am in the middle of.
It's a cozy game. You don't need to give it a lot of focus. You're literally just going around petting all the animals.
I know, but the animals are cute. How many fairies have we got? We've got 5. That means there's 3 more? I know where 2 of them are.
Troublemaker.
Grab some of these. It's more that as I increase the skill level on taking care of the animals, the actual amount of resource I get from each gather also increases. Ooh, Nintendo Direct. That'd be interesting. See what they're coming out with. Oh, also, I got one of these monoliths as well, and I will show you guys what that does in just a moment. So here's the other place with orange crystals, and I'm quite sure that the orange fairy is around here. There. Is it Goldie? Yeah, Goldie. Honestly, I've actually been doing... I keep meaning to play more of Pokemon Legends Arceus. Dredrick, I know you mentioned about streaming Pokemon together. Like, would that one work? Because it feels like it's a lot more slow-paced than the others. Also, I find that my Pokemon always feel really underpowered in it. Like, I know you've got to use, like, the grit dust and stuff on them, and that helps, but I'm still being taken down very easily. Maybe it's just because I'm not as afraid as I should be of the alpha Pokemon. Okay, so we've got the red and the pink. We're missing the purple and the white. Okay. I'm quite sure that the white is on the end here. It's just down here. It's called Snow. I do not know where the purple one is off the top of my head. Grab some more ore as well while I'm thinking of it. I remember that the purple one wasn't one that I had to look for particularly hard. Let's gather some fluff from the rabbits. Jasper tufts. Could it be up here somewhere? You could just hear the cats going nuts in the background. Little babies. My other thought is it's down here in this section of the valley somewhere. Thing is as well, they are so tiny that it's very easy to miss them. Where else could it be? Is it like at the base of the wall here? I could have sworn it was in this general vicinity, and I think I'm beginning to reconsider whether or not that is genuinely the case. Well, if not here, hey Nez, if not here, then where would it be? Nothing up here. I'm really convinced that I actually just stumbled across this fairy. It was like the first one that I picked up, and now that I'm actually looking for it, I can't remember where it lives. Okay, I think we stopped digging around. I'll come across it another time, I'm sure. Yep. Teleport home. Let's actually get on with our day. Put that down. Because the shop has expanded a little. We now have 2 cashiers. We've got Buddy and Rocky. And they even have some of the little crystal decorations. And I've got some here. I've also got this oarling thing, which you feed stone and it gives you metal ores. Kitties, what are you doing? You get farmer-sized. But yeah, the interesting thing about him is, if I go into ore and grab a thing of stone, he actually grows bigger. And he makes a cute noise. But yeah, when he started, he was barely bigger than one of those crystals. Let's open that and that so that you can actually see what happens. So that monolith that I got is designed to gather things in an area. And you can see that particle effect, and basically it gathered from all of those trees. I genuinely don't know. I'm not convinced that there's a limit. He might just grow infinitely. Let's pay all my staff. What else have we got going on? So we've got the 10% profits, 25%. Let's Gams it out. Oh, okay, so the 400 giraffe is a reference to Let's Game It Out. That's cool. Nope. I also have a farming operation out the back here. So we're growing emerald leaf, Kakaroto, and earth buds. And the reason there's only 5 earth bud plots is because the 6th one is there. The seeds come in sets of 6, so I set everything up to plant in that manner. But we do need to water the crops. Yeah, those have all got clouds on. I also have beehives now, so I can gather pots of bumblebuzz honey from them. As well as something I can use to brew with. So let's actually get some of that done. No, that's the wrong thing. I want to get out of the storage. Let's see. Ghost berries for the jam. Royal peach for the brewing. No. No, I've not told my dad that I had bees in a video game. Let's set my jam operation going. He doesn't necessarily understand video games in the same way that I do. Mostly because of a lack of experience, I would say. Like he doesn't necessarily appreciate the scope of that digital world. Yeah, I think it probably is Kuro. Let's see. Then we want a pot of honey. There we are, pot of honey to finish off the brewery. There we go. So that will brew some nice mead. Then I need ore. Yeah, this is like my crafting loop for the day. It's going quite well. I know my dad set it up to basically take care of itself for a little bit because he is going on holiday. In fact, he's gone on holiday. He left yesterday. Game. Can I stop when I want to stop, please? I shouldn't blame the game. It's my computer. This happens in multiple games at the moment. And what was I... So I've done the Blue Sky Ether and Blue Sky Star. Dragon's Blood Ether, Fernbright Ether, Out of Boundium Ether. I could have... Oh, there's Dark Lunacite Ether. Yeah, I've done Dark Lunacite then. I think the Dark Lunacite did the Moondrill. What did the regular Lunacite give me? Kitties, what are you doing? Well, let's do the honey glow in this thing. So this gets the ether. I could have sworn I put the regular lunacite in to make shards. The infused star shard is from the regular star shard. The chromaflux is from the out of boundium. Maybe I never made lunacite shards into the sort of crystal things. He does, yes. There's a whole process to it. What have I... Oh, cheese. I have a thing for that can make milk into cheese, and I've scrolled too far. Elder milk, there we go. Let's see. Have I remembered everything? I know I've restocked. Yeah, even I'm starting to get grey hairs in my beard. I think that's everything. Got a fair amount of cash as well for some upgrades. Okay, the cats are just gonna go nuts. Oh, the number's going down. They're at 18. I'll take that. Let's begin our day. Like, I want to be like, hey, but yeah, no, I can't argue. Little baby. You being fussy, Saturn? Oh, I never took an offering up to the spirits. From what I can tell, the colour of crystal you get depends on the type of offering you take. And I wanted to try an egg next. That's harsh though, Franks. I'm resisting the urge to Google where that purple fairy is. I should remember. I don't know what I would want to name a child. see. Oh yeah, also I've started using this little number pad thing because it is faster. To be able to process people. And I wish to expand. The capitalism is strong. It's hard because then you realise you don't like a lot of people. Yeah, I genuinely don't know what we would call a kid. Sorry, Kuro, yeah. Mate, we'll change the subject. Yeah, I've not experimented with a lot of the decorative stuff in this yet. Oh, the figurine. Oh yeah, I should show off some of the toys that I got hold of as well. Like, there was this octopus up on top of a mountain that took ages to get to. And as a reward for reaching it, I unlocked 4 octopus-themed toys that I can sell. We'll see if anyone brings one over so that I can show you. I think the slimes are still my favourite toy so far. Do you want me to come up and give you a hug, Kuro? Because I can pause this. If you're sure. But you can always change your mind. It does sound a little bit Wind Waker. Why are the cats choosing now? What are you doing? There's one of the octopus toys. It's just like that, but in different colours and different tentacle poses. I think that's one of the things I like about them, actually, is that it would have been so easy for the developer to just slap different colours on the same model, but the model's actually been adjusted for each one. Yeah, I'm the same, Illy Kitty. Yeah, look, you can see that the blue one has its tentacles curled up. Oh, this guy paid with exact change. There is a very expensive fish that I'm keeping an eye out for to see if anyone buys. So I've got one that's like market price is like 700 gold or something. For scale, like a cheap fish is about 10, an expensive fish is about 30. Yeah, it has expanded. I think that's the benefit of putting more variety of objects out. If I was to guess, I would say that each customer, when they are generated, picks a random selection of items from amongst all of the items in the game, and then if I have the items that they want, they will buy them. So some customers will pick a bunch of items that I don't have in stock, so they'll only buy like 1 or 2 things. And then some customers will pick a bunch of items that I do have in stock, and then they'll, like, sometimes they'll like double layer how much they're putting out for me to bag up. Honestly, for work, I've actually been looking at working for the civil service just because a few people have suggested it to me now. And I think it'd be nice to work in a job where I'm not focused on an environment that is about making profit, but is instead about actually just helping people. So that's the goal at the moment. Might not necessarily be the job that I get. Because apparently the application process takes forever. Civil service is working for the government, effectively. Like, the thing that I probably find easiest is the local traffic management area.
To the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Ooh, working in a library would be lovely.
Space!
I like organising things. Let's see, 2963. There's a set of achievements for... Oh, not 63, 68. There we go. There's a set of achievements, though, for the various skills that seem to be based on when they get super high level. And I'm curious where that high level is, whether it's at like 30 or 100. Or this is the other reason to have the music up, is I can tell now that the candle has gone out, so there's no new people generating. I'm doing plushy sheeps? That sounds awesome. Honestly, like, another little part of me wishes that I could make enough to live comfortably on from working at the local supermarket, because, like, we spend something over £100 Oh, I think that was the fish. 1527. What number goes up in the top right? Yeah, 1,300 and something. I think it's one of the fish over here. Yeah, it would be in this. Professional napper. But yeah, like with how much we spend on groceries each week, not just for me, but also for Kuro's dad, like the discount would also add some value to working there. But I think that in order for it to actually be like a livable wage, I would need to be working loads of hours, which is very unlikely in a supermarket. You work like 16 hours a week, which is just not enough. See, I am intrigued by teaching. When I was younger, a lot of people suggested getting into teaching. And at the time, I was a bad fit for a teacher. I was impatient with teaching. I would just info dump on people when I was trying to explain things to them. So when I was at university, when the opportunity would have been like the opportune time to then progress into teaching, I rejected the notion because at the time I was not ready. Whereas now I do wonder how it would be. But the training that I would have to go through, it's like 2 years. And I don't think that I could make that work. Yeah, I've got a lot of patience now. Although I'll be honest, I do tend to find children, when they're being annoying, can get under my skin very effectively. So I don't know how much that patience would extend to putting up with uppity children. I'm still racking my brains for where on earth that purple fairy could be. Like, usually the fairies are close to something that matches their colour. So the red fairy was over by the blood shards crystals that I can harvest. The blue fairy was by a blue crystal over there. The white fairy is on the edge of the bridge for reasons I don't understand. The green fairy was... Have I got the green fairy? Yeah, I've got the green fairy. The green fairy was by green crystals. The pink one by pink crystals. I don't know where purple crystals are. Fair enough, Suited. Just get the trolling in there first. I'm getting sidetracked, sorry. I need to make sure I restock my shop. Now, most things, with the exception of a lot of the potions, I have sort of a single shelf that contains the amount received. But some of the... Oh, God. I forgot to arcane redirect. Okay, let's just carefully put these away. Let's see. Those are all good. That needs more. All of those. That one's okay, but this one needs more. That one does. Some more on the potatoes. Some more on the corn. Yeah, let's get some of that. I've got a lot more weapons available than I did before as well. So the idea is I want to have enough stock to have an entirely full shelf in back stock. So the current stock number needs to be at least double the amount received for my plan to work. Although the bladed fist I just don't have in my stock. I've not bothered putting them on the shelves. Okay, that's all of that. Yeah, I would say cats are my favourite animal. Cats or turtles. I don't think I would own a turtle. They require a lot of specialist care that I'm not super confident with. Hey, you can see the big fish in there now. Like, I found taking care of cats a little challenging, so I don't think I'm the right person to care for a turtle. I appreciate turtles a great deal. Hey, Jupiter? I'm going to close my phone because the little magnetic strap sticks out the side and gets in the way. But yeah, here's all the octopuses. I don't think we saw the red one in our shop for the day. But look, the red one even has like that mushroom on top. You can see what I mean, like they've put a lot of effort into the nuance of the items. And then there's these figurines from a fictional thing called Space Maria, which I feel like is a reference to something that I'm not twigging on.
Initiating surprise. In
Hey, Sailor Star.
2.
And here's the slimes.
I made it all up.
Like, even the slimes aren't
Surprise.
identical models. You can see that the red slimes have their mouths closed. Hey, Jupiter. Did you want some snuggles? Is that it? Yeah. He's come back to make more biscuits. He just likes needing this dressing gown. Look at my little baby. It's much, much rarer for Saturn to be on my lap. Although I can actually show you him because of where he is at the moment. He's just there. Hey, Saturn. Who's a cute baby? Now, Saturn broadly won't sit on my lap. On the very rare occasions he has done that for either Kuro or myself, he'll do this thing where he will rest his head on your arm and go to sleep that way. What have I not taken to the offering? I don't think I've taken a weapon. What weapons have I got excess stock of? Hey, what is it? I'll take a look at that then, Zombie Ninja. But I think that my other hesitation with doing something like going through the program to become a teacher is that I would be doing it and then working on streaming in the meantime, fully intending to make streaming my full-time job, if at all possible. That was it. I wanted to try giving an egg. I think this will count as sustenance. I thought Suited was a fully qualified teacher. Yeah, so you've already gone through that. Nourishment. No, it does count as nourishment, so that's the green crystal. Because like all of the crystals count as memories. Crystals seem to carry memory somehow in this. The metals and ores all count as the same thing. I can't remember whether that's protection. Like fluff is categorized as comfort, as well as scales. Food is all classed as nourishment. Hey, baby. Oh, he just jumped up to the cat tree. Where shall I put my additional green crystal? Let's stick it on the end here. I think with something like that, though, Suited, if you're able to be that effective, bear in mind that the hours allotted are designed to work for everyone, so that it even covers the sort of the low achievers. So I think it's normal to be able to do things a bit faster than is allotted, if the people doing the management are smart. If it's just like one rule for everyone. So we've restocked. I've topped up all my stuff. Kind of want to expand the shop. They made a change to how expanding the shop works. You get this sort of hammer thing. So it used to be that you'd get like a full open plan square. I know, I've got like 1,200 hours in Total War Warhammer 3 now. Yeah, whereas now, like, you just take out like one wall at a time. I think it's cheaper than it was. Like, I was well over 1,000 when last I did this. If I remove that wall, that actually opens out to that door. Yeah, I think it's cheaper than it was. But I'm not sure if it's more cost effective to do it this way. Remove that wall. Is there... Yeah, there is space here. If I nudge Buddy back a bit, I can probably... I can probably make a bit more space there to walk through. Or maybe I just rotate this around to go against this wall. Let's just make some space. Are these two separate? Yeah, they're two separate things, so I can probably just move these. Pop that against that wall, and then do the same with this one, because it doesn't super matter where things are at the moment. At some point, I will definitely be rearranging my shop. Now let's actually move this to against this wall. Nudge this over so that it overlaps slightly. I don't think I want to spend more money right at this second. Yeah, I've played a bit of Dead by Daylight, not as much as most people. Hey, Nicole. I'm not particularly good at it, but I do enjoy playing it with other people. It's the sort of game that I wouldn't play alone, but have a lot of joy playing with other people. Yeah, I think Total Warhammer 3 is probably the most hours I've put into a game, followed by Warframe at about 800 hours. And then everything else is less than that. I'd guess Satisfactory is up there, but that one's kind of a poor representation because I've left that game running overnight. How many fish am I getting per time now? 2. Okay. Oh, I haven't played World of Warcraft in ages. Thank you very much, Zombie Ninja. Like, I think I started playing just before Wrath of the Lich King launched. And I stopped playing a little while after Cataclysm was released. Yeah, I've heard there's houses, and I get the impression from what people have described that they're actually very good. But for me, what put me off wasn't the Cataclysm release. I was still enjoying a lot of the stuff they added in that, especially a lot of the set pieces that were a nice little bit of fun. But what put me off was the way that they simplified the skill trees, and that's not to say that I thought they were bad. What actually happened was I didn't give them a fair chance and just sort of stop, because at the time I very much enjoyed the complexity and nuance of messing around with all the little things, and I'm sure that they probably designed it smart to keep that. But yeah, I just never gave it a chance. Yeah, and that's the other thing, is that sort of classic is the sort of the go-to if you want that. I'm just sort of topping up fish stocks, because like with it being fall now, there's a whole bunch of new fish that I can catch. Mireille Amethysta, okay. See, I remember, if you're talking, how old would I have been? It's probably 20 years ago now. I was a teenager. I remember playing RuneScape on school computers. And this was like classic RuneScape, sort of like a low poly version of Diablo looking sort of MMO thing. Like modern RuneScape, I understand it is quite different, I've been told, but I couldn't tell you what it's actually like. And I think there's the classic version of RuneScape still available if you want to, yeah, old school it's called, old school RuneScape. But yeah, it was like the people who could afford it would play World of Warcraft. Then you'd sort of have the people who played RuneScape because World of Warcraft was just a massive investment in storage space on your computer. And then there was a third game by Artix Games called Adventure Quest, which was a fairly simple flash game at the time, just sort of like turn-based stuff, and put a ridiculous amount of hours into Adventure Quest. But because the game updated so much after I started it, the balance for my main character was way off. And because I got into very high level, a lot of the high level monsters require you to have sort of built with a bit of a plan, whereas I just leveled all of my stats equally, and it meant that none of them are high enough to actually be very capable. Ooh, Cult of the Lamb. Cool. Haven't been playing video games since you were 3. I wonder if perhaps like retro games might be more accessible then, because a lot of modern games rely on a set of tropes. For example, controlling almost any game that's first person on PC very much depends on you knowing how to sort of position your fingers for the sort of WASD controls. Like, without that context, you would typically default to using the arrow keys, and that's really awkward because they are separated from all the other keys on the keyboard, and if you want to reach any of those other keys, it's a pain. So once you get used to it, WAS and D for movement strafing gets very intuitive, but it takes a lot of practice, and a lot of games rely on you already having done that sort of climb and cross that hurdle. Whereas older video games, those tropes weren't so well established. The way that they work had to be intuitive, and they had to teach you, or you had to have the patience to read a manual. So my recommendation is usually to actually look at games on a touchscreen phone, because there is just that one method of control, and it has become by necessity something that has to be intuitive. And if you want, you can like I was literally setting up earlier today, I have an emulator running on my phone that will basically fake that my phone is a Nintendo DS, and I was playing an old Pokemon game on that. I was testing something out. And they actually run remarkably well on phones. That reminds me, I have a folder that's on my Google Drive that is a bunch of the old Pokemon ROMs. And I should actually finish that collection because there's some things missing from it. Nintendogs, yeah, very, very fond of. The emulator that I was using is called Melon DS, and that does support all of the features you would use for Nintendogs. Didn't mean to do it that way, I meant to catch that fish, but nah. Still no memory of where that purple fairy is, but... Like, I know that there are some purple crystals somewhere, and I picked them up, and I can't remember where they were, and I'm sure that what I'm after is by that. Purely because it would make the most sense. Like, I know that the pink one was under the waterfall with the pink crystals near to where that giant giraffe was. Oh. Can I leave, please? Oh, hey, Giant Tree Friend is here and he's got autumnal colours. And it's foggy today. Yeah, like the Melon DS would emulate on phone very, very well. So, let's have a chat with this guy. Is this the same guy or is it not? It's going to be interesting to see whether it is. Birdhorn. Shopkeeper, I once napped upon a hill, or so I thought. Turns out, the hill was a sleeping beast older than even I. It woke slowly, gently, and asked me if I was comfortable. I was. So it walked me across the valley, humming old earth tunes with each step. I never learned its name, but sometimes the land carries us where we need it most. Thank you. Your listening roots me well. Wild plants harvest. Okay, so yeah, now it would be very much worth grabbing all of the plants because I'm going to get a bumper crop. Yeah, I got like over 100 just from that little patch. I know, the kitties are very cute.
You should point the camera at them, they're both half asleep.
Yeah.
I'll hide.
Yeah, because Kuro does not usually like being on camera, but look at the kitties. And Saturn's just sort of down, but Jupiter's paying attention. I don't think he necessarily understands that he is on camera, but he does seem to at least understand that I'm trying to point things at him. There we go. He is. Jupiter's, I would say, is the smarter of the two.
Well, that's saying something.
Yeah.
Oh, Saturn's purring.
Aww. Right, so I'm looking for some purple crystals. Lavendrite, I think it's called, but I'm not sure.
Oh, Saturn's trying to make biscuits on the air. I'm stroking him.
Aww.
Jupiter's giving me the look of death.
Hey, Jupiter, how dare we bother you?
I tried to soft blink at him and now Jupiter's like flustered and looking side to side like like Babaka at me.
He is a bit tsundere.
Yeah, he doesn't like me very much. And sometimes I think he likes me a little bit. But he also tries to not show it.
Mm.
He needs brushing again. All of his hair, fur is coming out on the top of his back.
Yeah, we'll give him a brush in a while.
He really needs it bad. It looks terrible. I think Saturn must have pulled some of it loose while they were playing.
Yeah. I think there's some purple crystals over here, or some pink ones. Like, this feels too close to the blue fairy, though. Here we are. There's the Lavendrite. So I would have thought that the purple fairy would be around here. But apparently not. Yeah, if you've looked one up, Nikto,
What up, baby?
I would love to complete my fairy collection for this stream. Like, it doesn't do anything, it's just that, like, there's a gap in the formation. It is extremely zen. The developers have done Waterfall. Okay. Are you sure that's the purple one, not the pink one? Or maybe it is the purple one and it's the pink one that I'm missing. Yeah, everyone always reacts strongly to that one. I hadn't even heard of that content creator until that sound effect was requested. But if I'm right, Nikto, the waterfall you're thinking of is this one over here. And I'm very certain that I've already gotten the fairy from behind it. And I think that I'm conflating the pink and the purple fairy. Because the pink fairy would be right about where I'm looking. Just around here. Sorry, the purple fairy. I think it's the purple fairy. So where's the pink one?
Oh god, one of them farted.
Yeah, they're bastards like that. Oh, you've got the ice cream.
I've got the rest of the ice cream. Is it okay if I have the rest of the ice cream?
Yeah, I intentionally left half specifically for you.
Well, I am going to eat it because I am sad. And I am going to eat my feelings. Don't do that. Not healthy, but I'm already nearly dead, so it's fine.
Okay.
I've probably got 10 years left in me if I'm lucky.
No, you'll last a lot longer than that.
Nah, I am near death.
Maybe it's around here somewhere? Oh, it's the orchard. Okay. Yeah, I've gone in completely the wrong direction then. Let's just grab from this blue fox then. Oh, Kuro. Yeah, I think it's my fault. I was getting confused because I assumed it was the purple one that I was missing because I can't visually tell the difference between the purple and the pink one. There's these two wolves sleeping here as well. A gentle dream lingers here of companionship, adventure, and home. And though they slumber now, their paws may someday follow your journey. Grab some of these while the getting is good. Yeah, that would track Frank's. Oh, one thing I want to try, if I activate the the Glow Harvest Spire, is this also affected? Yeah, that does grant more. Oh yeah, because it's near the fairies near this rock that talks. There we are. I now have all 8 fairies.
I'm free. God, it was so dull in there. Now I'm shiny.
Thank you very much, Nikto.
Ow! Why? Ow! Dude, I'm not even gonna drop any minerals. Why'd you do that? Excuse me. Do you mind?
I wonder what the story is behind
This
this.
is breaking my immersion. Why do I even exist? Who hired you to do this right now? I'm gonna need you to back up about 3 feet, please. Ow! Dude, I'm not even gonna drop any minerals.
Okay, they do cycle. So yeah, I completely walked past that on my way to get the orange fairy. Little embarrassing. Let's put my froggy mount down just after I've grabbed more of these things. If for no other reason than purple is my favourite colour, it's my favourite shade of purple, and I wish to turn them into jam or something. Yeah, what should we offer to the spirits today? Because the eggs counted as sustenance. We can't give it the fish. It won't take fish. Let's give it an Action Maria figure. I think this is categorized as joy. Pretty sure it's categorized as joy, which I think I've already done. Yeah, Kura has been looking at like loads of surveying families. Okay, so yeah, the offering of joy is blue crystals. Yeah, the spirit's objection to fish seems to be based purely on the fact that they won't take living things. Because you'd basically be killing them to appease the spirits, which is, again, not the vibe that the developers wanted to go for. Right, let's do our... I'm trying to like process all of the Sangrelith. I don't think the bars are actually usable for anything. No, it's not a pug. It's a bear. I think this is the titular bear of Teddy's Haven. And interacting with him gives you a steadily increasing profits buff. Let's see. So that's the ore. Next up, we need crystals. So, we've got Fernbright, Honeydew Ether. I haven't got Lavendrite Ether. I'm trying to sort of complete that collection. What? Oh, it's Lunar Wrath that comes from the Lunar Site. Right, okay. And then there should be Dark Lunar Wrath? That's the Dark Lunar Site that I might not have. Or maybe not. Maybe the Dark Lunareth does Moondrolls. Okay, Wheezy. Trying to like mentally match them up. Yeah, because the Star Shard definitely turns to the Infused Star Shard. Lavendrite goes to the Lavendrite Spear. Lunarsight does Lunareth. Honeyglow to Honeyglow Gem. Fernbright to Fernbright Leaf. Dragon's Blood Droplet for the Dragon's Blood.
I am already in my pajamas.
Out of Bandium goes to the Chromaflux, I'm quite sure. Blue Sky to Blue Sky Star. So yeah, the Moondrill must be Dark Lunarsight. So I have done all of the crystals. How am I for Out of Bandium? got a decent chunk of it. So let's do that for the Chromaflux, and then do Lavendrite shards for ether. Then I need pots of honey. Where are we? There we are. Pot of Bumblebuzz honey. I need the royal peaches. For our thing here. Yeah, Kura and I need to go to like a hardware store when we're in a position to go and buy a bunch of stuff. Sorry, my hat and my beard tickling me. Like I was intending to grow the beard out, but genuinely it's been really annoying me today. So I might back off that notion. Ghostberry jam, and then I need to just put the milk in for the cheese. And water all my crops. I'm sure that there are some such stores somewhere, Emmy, but honestly, they're probably only in the most major cities. So there's probably like 6 of them in the whole nation, and then some smaller ones that primarily function online. Where's the elder milk? I don't think there's anything to do with the eggs, but I'm not sure. Grab the honey and water the plants. Actually, are these harvestable? Yeah, ready to harvest, but not the emerald leaf. Okay. Jesus. Okay, yeah, today's harvest is significant. So, in that case, I need to purchase, it's under crafting, carrots and earth buds. And I've put them in here. They're under produce? No. Won't be under fruit. Here we are, earthbud seed. Let's plant these. And then I'll water all the crops. And then we're looking for K. There we are, Kakaroto seed. There we go. And that's my sort of upkeep for the day sorted. This one sort of shoots these bubbles which have like an area of effect. Like if I shoot it out this way, you can see the bubbles, sort of. Very difficult to spot against the mist, but you can see them burst. Oh, I didn't, there we go. No, I think, like, the Labubus are cute, but with how their popularity exploded, I think I was sort of like, no, I don't want to spend that much on one. for what they are. Because I know what I'd do. I'd put it somewhere, forget about it, and then find it like 4 years later and be like, oh yeah, and that would be like the sum total of all the joy I would get out of it. Oh, that fish is gone. Okay, what other fish could I put in there then? Let's try the Mireille lustria. Oh, this is going to be, yeah, another 700. Well, I think I could sell one of those and it would be the sum total of all the other fish, bar the big one there, that I have in storage here. No, I'm not riding my mount. Is there anything else that I'm missing? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I should look at what upgrades we've got. We've got the painting and the taller shelves. You know, I've paid my staff today. I may as well buy those. For the horticulturist license, I will want another set of 6 farm plots for each of those. So that's a total of it's 1,500 per 6. So times that by 4, and I need 6 grand plus that money there, the 475, plus the cost of the crops. Because that's just how my brain works. That's how I have to do it. I think we're good to open up shop. What's the dice roll today? 15. Yeah, like I remember, like for me, trends at school. Like I remember the back end of Pogs. I remember when the original Digimon Digivices came out alongside the Tamagotchis. People were massively into yo-yos at one point. What else? I think yo-yos was the last. Oh no, the sort of rubberized plasticky strings that people called Scoobies, and a technique for tying them into bracelets that were quite chunky. It was sort of the precursor, or like the older version of loom bands. Yeah, there were issues with people like stealing these things as well. Like, it's a shame because like these things should bring kids joy, and then it also unfortunately serves to highlight the gap between those who have and those who have not, and you end up with those sorts of things going on. Let's see, 20, 39. Uh, 14, 10. There we go. I think the Tamagotchis were an excellent toy for their era as well, because they were fairly simple, so easy to pick up and play with. And then there were sort of lots of little Easter eggs in them. It's like how I've described with this game. There's the core features, like there's the selling, like this works. People put the stuff down, you bag it, you give them back their change. But that's not going to set it apart from other games of its type. There's other games that do it just as competently, what sets a game like this apart is the small nuances, like the option to use the mage pad rather than counting out the coins if you so wish. The fact that you have like a skill level to your ability to bag stuff up. Oh yeah, no, Furbies were another thing that was popular when I was younger. I had one and I got a lot of joy out of it, and then as I grew older and became disillusioned with them, unfortunately I tormented mine a little bit. Yeah, there's a few things that the States freaked out saying it was satanic. Like, people thought that D&D was satanic at one point in time. And it wasn't. It was mathematics. Yeah, Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies were cute. I had a few. But I was and still am very fond of plushies. Like, I've got some around here somewhere. And I had a lot of them when I was younger. Like, and there had to be like 50 of them that I'd collected from various places, like holidays, car boot sales, or yard sales if you're from the States. And my mum, I think partially in a bid to get me to mature, which I genuinely did need. Like, she actually either sold or just threw away, I can't remember which, a big sort of bin bag full of my plushies, because they were sitting in an attic. I was very rarely even seeing them, much less actually playing with them. And she was like, well, look, let's just get rid of them because they're taking up space. And also I did need to grow up a bit. It wasn't necessarily the best way to go about it, but I get given how I was coping with school, or rather not coping, while she did it. Like, I was very upset with her at the time, but as an adult, yeah, she ripped the band-aid off. Like, and as an adult, I bear no ill will about it. Sorry, there is a small fly buzzing around. With the weather, the little tiny flies have come out in force. And there's only really one place in the house that I can safely put up fly paper, and it's in the kitchen. But that does mean that while the kitchen door's closed, all the flies that get into the rest of the house are basically there to stay. Oh yeah, the little robot puppy. I remember those. They had like a screen instead of eyes that displayed little LEDs. Yeah, for Yukara, it happened an awful lot. Like, my mum did it that once without consulting me, I guess, and then everything else she sort of would discuss with me and convince me to agree. Whereas with Yukara, like, you just find that your stuff was gone and then find out after the fact that your mum had gotten rid of it, or not even get that confirmation for sure, which is not the way to go about that sort of thing. So I was talking about how much money I needed for the next set of crops, but I've actually got that much money. So I think we are in a good position. Yeah, and that's the thing, is it was a different time. Like, bear in mind, I was a child sort of during the 90s and early 2000s. keep looking for the decimal point when I'm typing in those numbers, and it's not there. The game just figures it out. Uh, 1657. Oh, yeah. That's the other thing, is that, like, there's things that were thrown away that you're like, those would be worth so much now. I do have a valve amplifier for my Telecaster. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, Trinity. But again, that would be under your control rather than just like taking your stuff without your permission or even knowledge sometimes, and then you'd find out after the fact that it was gone. Like that's like, it's the same as when a house gets robbed. That sensation of without warning, the things that were precious to you are suddenly gone. And now you wonder how much else can be taken away from you outside of your control. Which is a horrible feeling. And I'm very conscious of how Kuro feels about that. So on the occasions where we do go through some of her stuff to do some like clearing out, I do always do my best to make sure that she has complete control of the process. Like if there's something that I'm like, maybe that can just be gotten rid of, it's like I'm never like, you should get rid of this, or I try not to be. I try to be like, what is this object for, or why are you keeping it, or I'm trying to frame it as, is there some value to this that I'm not seeing? Because it doesn't matter whether or not an object that Kuro owns is valuable to me. I'm not the owner. It's whether Kuro sees the value in it. Yeah, and both Kuro and I are terrible for hoarding, to be fair. Like, the house is far too full of, honestly, junk in some places. Oh, we've run out of more fish. I'm going to put, like, all of the super valuable fish on display. Oh, there's fish. I was like, where's the option for it? I was just being blind. Okay, so this is another one that's a solo fish. So, yeah, I'm trying to put all the ones that come out as just a single fish at a time. Okay, that one's only worth 100, but still. Put the Mireille Celeste out as well. Yeah, you kind of do, Kuro, but if for no other reason than you have more dolls on the way and you're not going to be able to put them out, and that would be kind of a shame. Maybe if we can both be awake during the daytime tomorrow, we have a bit of a cleaning day. Not like, no, cleaning day is probably the worst way to go about it, because then it becomes a massive job and gets very intimidating. Maybe we have a cleaning hour. Oh yeah, you've got the is it Monster High that they're from? The couple from that. They were like a limited edition, and Kuro was so happy to actually get them, and then they're actually arriving tomorrow. I'm sure we will find a way to put up pictures. I'm still trying to keep on top of the cat pictures. That's been difficult. I think I have very foolishly put myself in a position where I am constantly thinking I should get this thing done. Like, I've still got all of the things from the celebration stream for 1,000 followers. I've still got a bunch of those to do, and they wouldn't even be hard. Like, the origami ones, I think that the most irksome thing is going to just be setting up the filming. Like, once I've gotten it, I can almost put up the entire set of video footage unedited. Sorry, I'm also grabbing more of these because I have the enormous buff today. I did mean to grab my fishing rod and I was just completely spaced on it. Yeah, we could use it for things like PC upgrades and stuff, but I refuse to do any sort of donation goals or anything like that until I have finished everything from the last one. Like, I feel like it would be extremely disingenuous to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do more fundraising, here's some fundraising goals, when I've not finished the last set of fundraising goals. Like, how could I expect people to want to partake if I've clearly not held up my end of the bargain last time? Hey, Casey.
Lovely.
And yeah, there's some amount of life getting in the way and just not keeping on top of depression properly that is also responsible, but like that's a sort of like some valid reasons. That is an acceptable reason why it has not, those things haven't been produced yet. It would not excuse me then being like, oh no, give me more money now for more things. That doesn't gel with my ethics properly. Oh, reeled that in way too early. I don't even know what game I would do for like a long celebration stream. Well, the PC specifically, I'm also hesitant to look into, because to replace this machine with something that would be a reasonable level of competent and somewhat future-proof is somewhere between £2,000 and £2,500, which is a staggering quantity of money for that sort of thing. Like, if I was doing a fundraising stream for, like, you know, like an unexpected vet bill that was maybe a couple of £100, yeah, that I could be like, yeah, that's an achievable goal based on what we've done before. But not getting a new PC, that is an unreasonable amount of money to consider raising from an audience of the size of our community. And until I've gotten a new job sorted and I have stable income, I'm not spending my fairly decent savings at this stage, because I don't know how much of them I'm going to need to last me until new job is sorted. If we get very lucky, new job will be sorted in like a month's time, if that, and I will then have enough left over from my last paycheck from my previous job to get a new PC for both myself and Kuro very comfortably without any sort of fundraising. But that's the thing though, Trinity. I don't even know if I'd be able to afford that. Like, there's so many unknowns with my finances whilst I'm not employed that I daren't take the risk. Like, I know it seems like overly conservative, but I'd rather be that conservative at this stage and then after everything's all sorted out be like, oh, I've got all this money left over, rather than spend the money and then be like, ah, crap, I regret spending it because I now needed it instead. The current PC is outdated and sluggish. I need something with more processing, RAM, and a more powerful graphics card. The graphics card specifically is a 4GB sorry, a 4 megabyte one, and a lot of the more modern ones are 12 or 16, and a lot of the games that I'm trying to play are really struggling for video memory very specifically. And with replacing those 3 parts, processor, RAM, and graphics card, I may as well replace the rest, because those are the lion's share of the cost. And the other thing I want to replace is very specifically the hard drives, because this machine is running off actual spinning hard disk drives, and the majority of games these days seem to be set up with solid state drives in mind. So I'd be replacing like so much of it that I may as well replace the whole thing. Yeah, no, like, international shipping is horrifying. That reminds me, someone, I need to get some shipping sorted for some of my dad's honey for someone. Yeah, the price really goes up. But like, high as that price may be, if things go well, which there is a fair chance of them doing, like I should be able to get a new job sorted in not too much time. I may be able to just pay for it off my own back. And again, in that scenario, doing any sort of fundraiser would be disingenuous, because it's like, I don't need that money. Like, it'd be sort of begging for the funds and then like I never needed them in the first place, and I'm just sort of pocketing them. Like, again, it feels disingenuous. So there's a whole bunch of reasons why I'm not leaning on the community for this sort of thing. Like, I set up the donation goals for the celebration stream mostly as a joke. That's why some of them were things like wearing a maid outfit, and why I had to then make up some more on the way partway through the stream. Because I never expected to reach half of the ones that I started with, never mind the rest of them. The plan after that stream was to have 2 goals completed, therefore I would have 2 things to do after the stream. Yeah, my dad is a beekeeper. In fact, one of the jobs that I've set myself is I went to actually go with him to check on some of his hives, and I filmed a fair bit of stuff on my phone, and I need to edit that footage. And there's also the footage from the Portal streams that has just been taking a long time. Again, that's actually a limitation of my PC, because the footage in the editing software does not play smoothly, because my computer actually can't load the entire set of video footage into memory, so it has to sort of load it from the hard drive as it's playing, and it's jittery and it's really awkward to obtain. I did ask my dad about the potential of shipping it internationally, but genuinely, because shipping, at least in the UK, is calculated primarily on weight, not on size, because a glass jar filled with dense honey is quite heavy, the shipping cost for getting a jar of his honey to somewhere like the United States would be something like 4 or 5 times the cost of the actual jar of honey. Like, you'd be spending like 80% of the cost just on the shipping. So I think like a jar is something like £6, and the shipping would be like 30 quid or something silly. Hey, Blee. Doing pretty well. Just chilling and doing some fishing. I should probably get back to actually playing the game. Oh wait, no, I've got enough money to do the next stage of farming that I want to do. Let's go have a look at that. Am I still? No, I'm not walking on my frog anymore. I'd also like to set up the glow harvest spire to harvest from the nearby chickens and also the ducks so that I can consistently be selling that produce. I kind of wish that there was a way to check the value of produce without putting it out on a shelf. So let's get... Oh, that's a good point, actually. If I'm going to produce... So this is an interesting nuance. There is a difference between fresh vegetable and regular vegetable. So I've got fresh Kakaroto here and regular Kakaroto. I kind of don't want to put out the... I know I could put out the Kakaroto on a shelf. To be honest, I could just increase the height of that and do it. But yeah, it's sort of like the difference between regular produce and organic produce, it seems. So let's get the horticulturalist license. Let's actually have a look at what that entails. It's not growing. It's stuff here. Okay. I thought that it was going to be more seeds. It's not. So emerald bloom, sunbell, moss leaf, and dew leaf. I think I kind of want to replace... So there's 4 objects, right? There's that 3-block high shelf, and then there's these 4 2-block high shelves. I want to get 4 of the higher produce shelves, move all of this produce onto them, and then do it that way, I think. Also, I want to replace these berries. Look how cheap they are. Although actually,
lovely.
No, look at how much the carrots are. Yeah, no, it's actually quite good. Hey, Cheshire. Yeah, actually, the berries are way more valuable. Well, the emerald leaves are more costly, but you get fewer of them. Well, let's actually get the shelving that I need. Where are we? Display. Wow, those shelves really are tall. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I'm actually doing this the dumb way round. Let's pick up this shelf. Pop it over here. Slot this one in. I'm going to nudge that one over, and I'm going to use the existing shelves to manage the alignment. Let's move this one next. Just chuck that down there. Yeah, gluten is a very prohibitive allergy. Okay, so that's pretty much central. Is that far out enough? Yeah, it's enough. Oh, that's like a double shelf, okay. So that's why this side was wider, because that other side was sort of incorporated. So let's line these up with their backs onto the others. Whoa, game. You can see how far that effect takes me away. Okay, so it's like just slightly beyond the vertical. And then this needs to nudge to the right just a bit. There we go. Is there actually a gap on this side then? No, I've moved it over too far. There we go. That looks a bit better. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is disable that. Because otherwise what's going to happen is when I try and move the stock, the fairy's going to start restocking the old shelf. Let's get the potatoes first.
Droopy showed me his belly.
Oh. I should probably take this opportunity to stop selling 2 things of potatoes. Like I started selling 2 stands of them because they were the most popular. Like people were buying loads more potatoes. But that was also when I didn't have the Wisp restocking for me. Can you see Kuro fussing Jupiter in the background?
Can you?
Yeah.
He did a big stretch and then he got down.
Oh.
But he was lying there with like belly up, doing his cute sort of little chirpy noise with his paws up by his face.
Bless him.
And I gave him some cheek scratches and he really likes those. But not for too long.
Yeah.
You can give him a little bit of a cheek scratch and a chin scratch and then he's done.
I just realised I've done something dumb. I've set up these shelves for the new produce that I'm now able to buy. I have not set up a space for the new produce that I am growing, the fresh carrots and lettuce.
I'm going to fuss this one. No.
Hey Charlotte, how you doing?
You fussy kitty.
Where am I going to put that? Maybe I have the fresh produce elsewhere. Like I'll pick up the fresh beetroots and put those elsewhere and have like an organic section.
I think I'm annoying Saturn. It's weird, they've switched personalities. Like Jupiter wanted me to cuddle and Saturn wants me to go away. What happened? Did you switch brains again?
Yeah.
You switch brain cells. It's very easy. All you have to do is kind of sneeze in the right direction. Yes.
Yeah, it's been a weird start to the year for me as well. Oh wait, no, I do have that extra slot because I'm not putting out the potatoes. Right, okay, so now I can put the carrots out. But then when the emerald leaf comes through, I'm going to need an extra shelf. Well, let's do that for now. Pick up these. I need to move these far away because the thing that boxes them back up and puts them in storage is an area of effect, and it'll grab everything else in the shop.
Well, I fussed all the other cats.
Is it the ears on my hat?
Yeah, and the everything else.
Yeah.
You're very cat-like.
I'm not sure if you heard me say I'm actually
You're
leaning
free.
towards trimming my beard again finally.
Yeah, please do. I'm tired of it going up my nose every time you hug me.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it
fair.
does keep everything very clean in the sinuses, but, like, there are other issues at play, I feel.
Yeah.
Cute kitty. Look at this cute kitty.
I am an adult man.
Oh, he's such a cute baby. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Such a cute baby. Such a cute baby. Stop. Go on, meow for me.
No,
Keep talking, it's fine.
it's not.
Keep going.
No, it's my face. It's squishing my bubbles. It's squishing my eye.
Alright, lower down.
I don't know.
Just keep streaming, it'll be fine.
There's no for that. I should have bought one of each and then done it that way.
I need to be cheered up, I'm having a bad day.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I was saying I should have bought one of each and then bought the extras afterwards. So we've done the broccoli. Let's get one of each of these, and then I'll get a couple of crates after that. I get green tomatoes.
Saturn, you've got to stop looking at me so judgmentally. You took a shit earlier that I can still smell. You'd have no room to judge, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are pretty cute.
I'm not cute. Fuck off. I am a monster. No. No. Not cute.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Are you 100% certain?
I'm certain I am not cute. But yes, you guys, yes.
Let's see, where's those carrots? They're going to produce.
Baby. Oh, you gave me a big nuzzle.
No.
Oh yeah, you're starting to like me again now, are you? Are we going to lick my arm until it's red raw?
We still need to film them eating the sort of liquid treats.
It's very difficult because feeding them the liquid treats is hard. The problem is that they're too stupid.
Yeah, Saturn usually ends up with some on the top of his head.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to understand that food's coming out of it, so he just sort of... It just gets everywhere with him. Joopy's a little bit better about it.
They do smell quite a bit, Frank. Hey, Carrie Ann.
Yeah, they smell like poop like 90% of the time. This is what you get for owning 2 boy cats.
Yeah. Yeah, the liquid treats do smell a bit, but yeah, they're like a sort of pouch tube, like a long pouch that you just like tear the top off and you can squeeze out just a little bit.
We did buy the lollipops for them as well, but neither of them seemed to understand what you were meant to do with it.
Yeah, Saturn just did not eat it at all. Jupiter sort of tried, but was not having a great time with it, so...
Yeah, neither of them really understood how you do lollipops.
Yeah.
Like, neither of them tried to lick it, is the thing.
Hmm.
They just sort of, like, tried to bite it, but, like, nothing would happen.
Yeah.
You're not smart enough, are you? You need simpler things.
You know, it probably is enough for the potions of stamina. These, however...
You know, I do wonder if we got some plastic spoons or something, if we could put the squeezy treat thing on the spoons and let them lick that.
Maybe.
I wonder if that'd be easier for them.
Hmm.
I know I've seen some people do that with the cats before because they don't seem to be able to manage the tube.
Hmm.
I wonder if they prefer that.
Maybe. So my stock of veg is good now.
We're talking about you on the stream, Jupiter. He's a little loaf right now, guys.
He's an itty bitty kitty loaf.
His legs and tail completely disappeared underneath him. He looks a little bit like a loaf that's sagged.
Hmm.
Like he's just in that weird sort of splotchy shape.
You should take a picture so that we can share it on the Discord.
Oh, I haven't got my phone right now. By the time I come back down, he'll be moved.
Here.
Alright, I'll take it with yours.
I love how like I can have like a fairly competent pin lock on my phone, but Kura knows how to unlock it because she's seen me do it that many times. Let's see what other upgrades we can get then, because I now that I'm not spending on a crap load of growth.
I tried.
Is there even more? Snug rugs, weaponsmith, here we go. There's Order of Gardening 2.
Yeah, there you go. That's him as a loaf. The next one is him looking grumpy that I'm taking pictures of him. So swipe to that one.
Yeah.
No, okay, don't do that then.
What? Oh, you wanted me to actually show the other one?
Yeah, I said swipe to the other one. Because, like, it's him looking grumpy that I took a picture of him. Which is, like, the best reaction he could possibly ever have to me.
You can...
He just looks mad.
The fucking eyes. The rage there in that cat.
It's like, for God's sake, what are you doing to me now, woman? He only loves me for my ability to open things. Like, he's my best friend when I'm opening the kitchen door or when I'm opening a packet of food. Rest of the time, he hates me. Who are you?
Okay, I am actually going to unlock the Order of Gardening because I am curious whether that is... no, you see, it's not. It's not 4 more seeds. It's only 2.
I should go back upstairs.
Okay. So, vibrant plants and magical items. So these terrariums seem to do something else beyond just growing seeds. So, let me see, I need 13 farm plots because I want to swap out the terrarium and try other things in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then we'll get the milkweed and the sundew. A baby shower? Yeah, you do seem to work yourself very hard, bless you, Carrie-Anne. Yeah, I don't care about most of the rest of that. Well, hopefully this is all 13 of them. That one's not going to have anything in for a little bit, because that is currently growing in the terrarium there. But yeah, I want to see what else I can grow in those then. So let's leave a gap, so this will be the next batch. Cat's just staring you down. Yeah, I think that's the thing is, like, once you get that reputation for being the one who is good at arranging stuff, you sort of get relied upon for it. I know that my mum has 3 siblings, and she has very much struggled with that because she is the eldest, and the siblings have they scattered to the corners of the world at one point almost. They've mostly come back to the UK now, but especially when it came to caring for my grandfather, she felt under-supported at some points. And it does not help that she is actually capable enough to be doing a lot of the arranging of stuff. But it is also absolutely fucking exhausting. You know, actually, no, I don't want to put it right there. I'm going to leave a gap. 2, 3, 4. That feels big enough. And then put them in front instead. Because then I can plant the 2 new varieties in there and grow those. Honestly, this seems like an excessive amount of farm plots to be able to sustain one shelf with the growths. Like, I'll get like 300 out of a harvest, and I do not sell 300 in like the 2 or 3 days it takes the stuff to grow. Okay, let's grab our seeds and plant those. Oh, you can actually just search. You can press I to access anywhere. Yeah, maybe that's why there's not more categories, because you can just type in the bottom. Like, it's only just now occurred to me to even look for that. Let's see. Get these planted as well. Pop this away. So I'm curious, do these have different incubation times? So that's 2 days until harvest. No, it looks like everything takes 2 days. I don't know why my lettuces there did not set that level. Okay, but we now have a complete set of plants. That is a random floating candle that I did not notice was there. Let's pop it round here. I freed up all this space and then just not used it. There's like an upstairs and everything. What else can I unlock? Next upgrade is more alchemy. Let's add that then and see what other potions we've got. Have I got the high magic potions? Water breathing rage and strong endurance. Let's see. Pop it somewhere around here, like another pair of shelves. This isn't the half of it. Let me give you some idea of how big this shop can get. Hey, Wine. How are you doing? So this is the upstairs. So one of the walls that I'm pretty sure I can actually break through imminently comes through here. There is more through those walls. And then there is another floor up here that is also quite large. And another set of stairs here that goes down. Like, this shop gets massive. There's a reason you can have 5 checkouts. Interestingly, I think I need to... So at the moment, I put my checkouts both just on the left here as you come in, and then I've got my personal one there. But the way the game mechanic works is that it will spawn NPCs in, it will spawn shoppers in up to the shop's maximum limit, which is based on how many sections of it are opened up. Then it will, when a shopper has been served and they have paid and you give them their change back, that is the moment at which a new shopper can spawn. So ideally, I wouldn't have all of the checkouts on the ground floor, much as that would make sense if it was a real world shop. In this, I want to spread the checkouts through the shop, because that way, when a shopper is done collecting all of the things, they can pick the checkout that is closest to them to go to, and therefore be rung up the fastest. I think that's... Oh, wait, no, I was about to set up more potions. It was the high magic potion that I wasn't sure of. Yeah, there's a high potion of health, but no high magic potion. Yeah, so I need space for 4 varieties of potion. Let's see, display. Let's get a tall shelf, because I'm trying to make good use of the space. So tall shelves will eventually replace all of the shorter variants. But I'm curious whether a tall shelf is 4 slots or 3. 1, 2, 3. It is 4. Okay. Yeah, the loft is definitely going to be like a decorated area. Like there's too much stuff for me to not do it that way. Okay, so that's all 4 of those. So we'll get a couple more of those, a couple more of those, a couple more of those, and a couple more of those so that we have good stock.